Hello everyone, I'm Emilio, and today we're going to be playing Come Deliverance. It's been a long time since I played this game. I believe it was in 2019. So many things have happened since that day, but quite recently I want to play the game again. Because of how immersive and how amazing the game was. So without further ado, let's begin. Our adventure begins by choosing our main two abilities. I choose Strength and Speech. They will definitely come in handy in the future. After that, we go outside and we start living our normal life in the village. We throw shit at the neighbor's house with the boys, then run away from the guards with the boys, then we do a little bit of Thor playing, and after that we go to the forge to help Pa. Everything seemed to be going absolutely perfect until the humans attack and everything went downhill from there. This is where the game actually starts, and our first objective is run. And so we did. Before running away though, we tried to help the miller's daughter, Teresa, which almost cost me my life, but with phone luck we managed to steal a human's horse and run away from there. After that we went to the neighbor's castle and managed to tell the lord there what actually happened in the village.
Did you see the inside of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language.
Kind of. We rest for a little bit, and after that, side note right here, the rain in this game looks good. This is a good looking rain. So after waking up at night, we see that Sir Rathic and the other villagers from Skalitz managed to escape.
Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robber?
Sir Ansig! What a relief.
Which was great news for us. Of course, we have other different ideas.
I'm sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey!
And so, Scarves, the next day when no one was looking, we escaped the castle and went back to Skalitz. After all, what's the worst that could happen? We arrived to Skalitz only to see that the whole town was completely destroyed. It was also in there where we found our first enemy, a pillager. After beating him easily, I was pretty confident that nobody and no one was going to stop me. No, what was that damage? Whoa, no! While it might sound like an excuse, we were actually supposed to lose this fight, for real. Yeah, in retrospect, fighting a bunch of well-trained bandits was a really bad idea. Luckily for us, Teresa was there to save us. And most importantly, Captain Roberts. Sadly, the bald guy stole our father's sword, and this is where the side main quest starts, trying to find that damn sword. After that, Teresa took us to his uncle Mill, where we made a full recovery.
Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake.
And once we walk out of that door, the whole open world is open to us to explore. Well, kind of. Turns out that for an open world, this game is quite linear at the beginning. Because if you go out and explore, you'll more likely run into trouble. And if you run into trouble, you'll need to know how to fight. And Henry, he's a peasant, he doesn't know how to use a sword. In terms of gameplay, this means that we cannot dodge, we cannot parry, and we cannot do perfect blocks, which are pretty much mandatory skills for the combat, unless you want to see the game over screen a lot. So before going out there and explore, we'll have to do a few main quests in order for Henry to have an idea on how to use the sword. And so we asked Peshek to tell us how to use the lockpick, and as a repay for taking care of for all these days, we do a up job for him.
Christ wounds, what a fucking stink. How long have you been lying here?
After doing this, he tells us that we can sell stolen goods to him, a skill that will come very handy for the rest of the game.
Thanks for your trust. I'm sure that'll come in useful.
And after that, we go to the castle to talk to Sir Rathic to take us into his service.
No business here. Clear off.
Wait, it's Henry. Henry, who disappeared after I clearly ordered him to remain at Townburg.
I'm sorry, sir.
Henry, you have courage, but you need training, arms, a horse. Or do you mean to beat this thief at dice?
No, sir. Please, take me into your service and give me the chance to learn these things.
Although not many people like this idea,
all of him. Fled from the enemy, disobeyed your orders, duped Sir Divish, lost your sword.
My lord, he's a peasant. You can't make a squire of a peasant.
Why not? Someone made a priest of a pig.
In the end, everything turned out good.
Sir, yes, I would. You won't regret it.
Oh, I probably will.
And so our training began. We start training with Captain Bernard and we learn the perfect block and the dodge, abilities that are absolutely mandatory for combat. Then we train a bit of archery and then it hit me. I remember that this game doesn't have crosshair for the bow, but since I'm a pro gamer, it shouldn't be too difficult for me. I was so confident that I even accepted Sir Hans' challenge.
Very well. If you defeat me, I'll give you my bow. If you lose, you'll have to pay up. Do you even have any coin?
I have enough.
Good, then let's get to it.
I lose miserably, but then he challenged me to a duel, and well, you don't have to aim to swing a sword, so I won that one.
We're even then. It looks like I get to keep my bow and you your groschen. Odd speed, blacksmith. And don't worry, this isn't the last time we'll meet.
Clearly, that wouldn't be the last time we met, because the next day I accompanied Sir Henge to his hunting trip.
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. Understand?
Yes, I was just...
What? Speak up! Don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you
Well,
said
turns
those
out
things in
he
the
wasn't
arena,
so bad, actually. It's kind of weird. The first time you play this game, you think he's going to be a jerk the whole time. But after this mission, it's kind of good.
And you vexed me too. You were insolent to Captain Bernard and they rewarded you with service. Whenever I do anything reckless, even if it's for my honor, Hanush is on my back about it and I get punished. Like now.
I didn't mean to threaten anyone.
Well, it's all water under the bridge. Let's not spoil our hunt.
We had a friendly hunting competition, which was starting to lose because I spent 12 arrows on a hare. Fortunately, he was captured by humans, so I didn't lose the challenge. The fight was not difficult. We dispatched the humans quite easily. I only got damage because I got quite greedy looting one of the humans. So I got shot an arrow to the knee. We took Sir Capons to the castle, and things were starting to turn out well. Not only did I earn a friend that day, I also earned a promotion.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry. If it wasn't for you, Hans would be dead. And to think I sent you out with him as a punishment.
I was only doing my duty, sir.
We were told a farm was attacked by bandits, so that was our next job. We joined Captain Bernard's company and went to the ranch. We found that the place has been completely pillaged, and we're asked to find clues around
Look
the place.
for tracks and ask the folk if they saw anyone.
Long story short, we found a meat hook that belongs to one of the villagers. The villager's name is Ginger. We asked the charcoal burners where to find Ginger, and we finally found it. He told us what happened in the village and the location of one of the bandits. We found the bandit, we persuaded him into telling us where their base of operations are, and then we informed Therasic of our progress.
I found out about the camp from another of the bandits who deserted. He's called Timmy. Big fellow, but more brawn than brain. The camp is an abandoned village in the woods to the west of Talmberg.
Good work, lad. Have you been to check it out? Do you know how many of them there are?
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We really need to find out more. Could you go back there and try to discover anything that could help us in the assault? The more we know, the better. And if you could carry out some sabotage while you're in there, it would be invaluable. But don't take any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you.
Of course, now this will have to wait, because now we have to prepare before going in the camp.
Certainly, sir.
And so after that, we go back to Captain Bernard, train, and we finally learn the ability to riposte, which is the last ability related to the main history of the game. So now it is official. We know how to defend ourselves. There is no lock combat ability. We can officially go out and explore the whole open world. We took on a few bounty missions, which will lead us to some enemy camps. These enemy camps are absolutely amazing at the beginning, because the enemy has some good loot on them that we can either wear or sell for a lot of money. I also forgot to tell you, but we also got our own horse in the previous mission. meaning that we can now store stuff on the horse inventory. And also fast travel becomes way easier with the horse. The second thing we do is learn how to read, because yes, Henry doesn't know how to read, he's a peasant. That's how immersive this game is. Which is going to be useful because we need it for alchemy. Alchemy is useful because we need it to make savior snapshots. Savior snapshots allow us to save manually. Whew. Side note here, I love this game alchemy system. We sold a few of the armors we found in the enemy camps, and we paid our debt with the cleric.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you're a man of honor.
We keep doing a little bit of bounty missions in order to keep getting some good gear and to get some money. And now look at us, what an absolute drip we have now. I even run a few tournaments and won a few of them.
All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Komila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
With the money from the tournament, I finally afford some plate armor, get a nice shave, get a nice haircut, and we look at the drip. We got some nice drip right now. We keep training with Captain Bernard to improve our swordsmanship, and then it suddenly hit me. Not the sword, the sensation. We just beat Captain Bernard. The student beat the master. We are ready to attack the enemy camp. We prepare a few saber snapshots for safe coming and a few poisons for sabotage. We find the camp, wait until night falls. Then I realized that nights in this game aren't just a blue filter. I keep sneaking around until I see a lonely human in the woods. I bonk him in the head a few times. And then I channel my inner hitman by dressing up as the human. Now I can just walk around the camp without sneaking. Just need to avoid being suspicious.
Hé te! Várj csak egy kicsit! Mit akarsz, hogy ennyit bámészkodsz itt? Figyelj, nem nagy ügy. Ne szédd merre.
We scout around, look for clues.
Look at that. Those heathens are a lot tidier than the bandits.
And realized that the bandits and the human aren't really getting along. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do a lot of sabotage. We leave and quickly tell Sir Radzik of our findings.
I'm back from scouting, sir.
Excellent. What have you found out?
There's an overgrown, ruined village in the woods where they're dug in.
That sounds like Pribyslavitz.
Tried to count them.
There's a lot of them. I couldn't even count them all.
Christ.
It's mostly bandits in the camp. They're not villagers with pitchforks, but not regular soldiers either.
No more than I expected.
There aren't just bandits in the camp. There are Cumans too, quite a few of them.
Cumans, you say? Where the hell did they come from?
Took a look at their arms and armour. They're not a proper army, but they're equipped quite well.
What about archers?
There's a few of them and they're positioned well. If we charge them head on, they'll probably do us a lot of damage.
I don't like the sound of that. It complicates the situation.
And with all the intel we gather, we'll have a much better chance at the assault. We start the assault by going through a bridge, then fighting a few of the bandits. Soon after we dispatch the humans, using a bunch of not honorable tactics. But hey, it works. And even though the bad guy from the beginning had a few pixels less in the face, still managed to recognize him and went to get my sword back.
I will cleave you in two, you bastard. You tried before, and yet here I am. What? Who the hell are you? You don't remember me? I remember you, though. Now, where's my fucking sword? What the fuck are you on about? What's... Hang on. You're the... Fuck me. I thought we left you to the crows. Tough little fucker, eh? What did you do with my sword?
Judging by our last encounter, I'd say you made a big mistake coming here.
Where's my fucking sword?
But then again, maybe you've had some practice. I hope so. Because last time was too easy.
And now this is it. All my training has led me to this moment and this time. And that was a quick fight. Well, I mean, I'm gonna give it to the game. Sword fights were quite fast back in the day. Very, very immersive. And even though we won one battle, we still didn't win the war. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, well, a like is appreciated. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading videos very often. I know I'm not the one to talk for that, but man, trust me, bro, I'll do it. With all that said, thank you so much, and adios.
That's the fear leaving you, lad.